Hello children, welcome to the class once again. We are going to start new lesson, chapter 8, prepositions. Let us start the lesson. A preposition is a word that joins nouns, pronouns or phrases to other words in a sentence. It usually shows the relationship of those words or phrases with other words in the sentence with regard to space, time and reason. Preposition shows the relation with other words in the sentence related to space, time and reason. That is preposition. A preposition usually comes before a noun. Often, however, a preposition does not come directly before a noun, or there may be determiners or adjectives between them. Mostly, preposition comes before the noun, but sometimes it may not. It may be coming after determiners or adjectives, like we met after class. It is before the noun. After is the preposition, it comes before the noun class. We met in the arts class. So here the noun is there and in is the preposition. It comes before the determiner and arts adjectives. Like that also prepositions can come. Here after and in are prepositions. The noun that the preposition comes before is called the object of the preposition. In the sentences above, the object of each of the prepositions is the word class. So that already we have seen. I explained also. A preposition tells us the relation of its object to other words in the sentence. In fact, the word preposition literally means preposition because it comes before a noun or a pronoun. Therefore, when a preposition is not followed by a noun, it is often called a stranded preposition. Preposition tells the relation with its object, and by its very name, preposition, it comes before the name, rather noun. The preposition is not followed by a noun, often it is called stranded preposition. If the preposition is not followed by the noun, then it is called stranded preposition. A stranded preposition comes at the end of a sentence when its object is a relative pronoun or interrogative pronoun. Words like that, who, which, etc. Have you found the shoes that you were looking for? Object, relative pronoun that. This is the relative pronoun. What are you so angry about? Object, interrogative pronoun what. It is a interrogative pronoun. Interrogative means question word. Sometimes we also use the stranded preposition when the object needs to be given greater importance. The preposition is then used after its object and at the end of the sentence. Example, this is the play Meera spoke about. Meera spoke about this play. So this is the play, the object, and about is the preposition. This requires looking into. Here this is the pronoun and into is the preposition. Prepositions can be categorized into three based on their form: simple prepositions, compound prepositions, complex or phrase prepositions. Let us see one by one. Simple prepositions. Single word prepositions are called simple prepositions. So preposition which has only one word are called simple preposition. Some examples are in, on, at, by, from, about, over, under, through, till, up, of, for, to, etc. Example, The children made castles in stand. So in a single word, it is simple preposition. Did you hear about Beena's aunt? About preposition. Gary jumped off the wall. Off is a simple preposition. Next, let us see compound prepositions. When two or more words are combined to form one single preposition, we have a compound preposition. Sometimes these may be formed by putting a preposition before a noun, adverb, or adjective. So, when two or more words together formed to make one single preposition called compound preposition. At other times, it may be a combination of two prepositions. Examples of compound prepositions are into, across, without, within, inside, outside, beneath, below, behind, between, etc. Examples: the excited children jumped into the pool. So into is the compound preposition. Here it is in, one preposition, one word, to another word. These two together formed to make one compound preposition into. The book fell behind the cupboard. Behind, compound preposition. Can you manage without your reading glasses for 2 days? Without is the compound preposition. Next, let's move on to complex or phrase prepositions. When a group of words does the work of a single preposition, it is called a complex or phrase preposition. Earlier we saw one word, simple preposition, two words or more words, compound preposition. Here, group of words and does the work of a single preposition called complex or phrase preposition. Some two-word complex prepositions are along with, according to, apart from, because of, contrary to, regardless of, prior to, due to, except for, etc. These are the complex prepositions. Many three-word prepositions have the form preposition plus noun plus preposition. Some such prepositions are in front of, with reference to, in spite of, in addition to, by means of, in place of, on behalf of, in accordance with, in line with, in relation to, etc. These are the three words complex or phrase prepositions. Let us see a few examples. I parked the car in front of the gate. So, in front of is the complex or phrase prepositions. According to Sagar, the movie is not worth watching. According to is a complex preposition. Many farmers lose their crops due to flood. Due to, complex preposition. In accordance with the school policy, fees must be paid on time. In accordance with, so complex preposition. Now let us see the exercise 1. Use exercise 1. Use simple, compound or complex prepositions to fill in the blanks. Try not to repeat any prepositions. 1. There is a funny umbrella stand dash to dash the door. Answer: next to the door. 2. Dash a recent survey, the boy girl ratio has fallen again. Answer: in. The plants dash the front door are beginning to dry up. Answer will be at. So try doing the remaining exercise. Let's continue. Prepositions may be classified into 4 based on their function. Prepositions may be classified into 4 based on their function. 1. prepositions of place, prepositions of time, prepositions of direction, prepositions of cause and purpose. These are the other four categories based on their function. Let us see one by one. Prepositions of place. Prepositions of place tell us where something is. Some prepositions of place are above, below, under, over, beside, down, near, in front of, around, etc. Let us see few examples. There is a fence around the garden. So, around is the preposition of place. The paintings on the roof of the church are beautiful. On is the preposition of place. Have you looked under the bed? Under, preposition of place. At, in and on are used as prepositions of both place and time. Let us study each in turn. Prepositions of place, examples. At, a specific point or area. Please wait at the reception desk. Here it is a specific point, specific area. So there at is used. A particular address. Everybody gathered at 14 Park Street. So it is a particular address at is used. Before the name of a place. We stood at the bus stop. It is the name of the before the name of the place. Preposition at is used. Then in. An enclosed space. The jewels are kept in a box. We waited in the reception hall for 2 hours. So it is a closed place. So in is used. Then a large area like a town or a city. I live in Kerala in a town called Alappuzha. So it is a big area. There also preposition in is used. Then preposition on. A surface. The soup is on the table. So on is the table. So on is the preposition. It shows the surface. Before the names of roads and streets. This is from a shop on the ring road. Here it is shows the name of the road. Before the name of the road. On is used. Next is prepositions of time. Prepositions of time tell us when. Some prepositions of time are on, in, at, till, during, after, before, since, for, etc. Let us see few examples. Meet me after 4 o'clock. Here after, preposition of time. During summer it becomes very hot and humid in the plains. During, it shows time. So preposition of time. He has been living here for 5 years. 5 years, it shows the time. So for preposition of time. Let's look at the use of in, on and at as prepositions of time. Preposition of time examples. Let us see first at. A specific point of time. Example, we have assembly at 8 a.m. So exact time, specific time at. What did you discuss at the meeting? So you are using specific time, that is during the meeting. So preposition at is used. With the names of festivals. Will you visit us at Diwali? Before the names of festivals, preposition at is used. Then usage of in. A period of time, minute, hour. The courier will arrive in 2 hours. The competition will start in 15 minutes. So to show time, preposition in is used. Time of day. we have the matches in the afternoon. Season, in winter it snows heavily in Srinagar. So before the winter rather seasons, preposition in is used. Month, year, we will get the results in May. I finished school in 2005. So before the month and year, preposition in is used. Then preposition on, a particular day. On Christmas day, everybody gets gift. So to show particular day, on. The Prime Minister addresses the nation on the Independence Day. So on the Independence Day shows particular day. It was at work on Sunday. We had a holiday on 28 September 2009. So to say particular days, preposition on is used. Remember, when we refer to the exact time, we say on time. The train left on time. At the exact time, neither early or not. So when we say exactly which time, there on is used. However, we use in time for time before the exact time. See, when you say in time, that means before time, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes before, we say in. We reached in time to catch the train. There was time before the train left. So, in that case, we use article, rather preposition in. Now, let us see exercise 2. Use appropriate prepositions of place and time to fill in the blanks. I was born dash Shimla dash a Thursday. Answers, in Shimla on a Thursday. 2. There are muddy footprints dash the floor. Answer, on. 3. Who put all the old magazines dash the cupboard? Answer, in. So try doing the remaining exercise. Here also we have few more. Try doing it. Next, prepositions of direction. Preposition of movement or direction also tell us where, but usually indicate direction. Some prepositions of movement are to, at, towards, through, into, over, under, up, down, etc. Examples: before the competition, Jatin swam across the river and back to build up stamina. Here across shows the direction. So preposition of direction. He climbed up a tree to get over the wall and into the orchard. So up, over, into are prepositions of direction. When Archimedes discovered the law of buoyancy, he ran through the streets shouting Eureka. So through, preposition of direction. A flying saucer just flew over that building. Over shows the direction, so preposition of direction. Next is preposition of cause and purpose. When we use prepositions such as for, of, with, by, from, through, to, on account of, etc., in certain ways, they denote cause or purpose. Examples: we need to start preparations for sports day. Here, there the cause is mentioned here. Preparations for what? For sports day. So there, for, it denotes cause. So it is a preposition of cause. He won't succeed with hard work done. Here, with preposition of cause. I need money for the rent. So what is the purpose? To pay the rent. So for is preposition of purpose. He could not take the exam on account of illness. On account of, preposition of cause. Now let us see Exercise 3. Identify the prepositions and write what kind of prepositions they are. Prepositions of time, place, direction, cause or purpose. Name the object of each preposition. Number 1. We were surprised to see the old man jump over the hedge. Here, to. It shows direction, preposition direction, and man is the object. 2. It was through sheer good luck that we found our way home. Here, through, preposition of direction, luck, object. 3. There was no knife, so we cut the cake with a fork. With, preposition, and fork is the object. Like that, try doing the remaining exercise. Here also few were given, so try doing this also. Next, collocations. So the nouns, adjectives and verbs are generally used with specific prepositions in such a way that these have become fixed ways of using these words. We often refer to such combinations as collocations. Here are some expressions with prepositions. Noun plus preposition. Fondness for, grasp of, hatred of, hope for, interest in, love of, need for, participation in, reason for, respect for. Next, adjective preposition. Afraid of, angry at, aware of, capable of, careless about, familiar with, fond of, happy about, interested in, jealous of. Verb prepositions. Apologize for, ask about, ask for, belong to, bring up, care for, find out, prepare for, study for, talk about. Here we have few exercises. Exercise 4. Make sentences using the following collocations. Here 9 collocations are given. So make your sentences of your own. Next, prepositional phrases. Look at these sentences. Bharat makes beautiful paintings on the computer. Hari walked into the darkened room cautiously. In these sentences, the phrases on the computer and into the darkness room begin with the prepositions. They are prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is made up of the preposition, its object, and any adjectives or adverbs that may be associated with the object. A prepositional phrase can have the functions of an adjective or an adverb. So, prepositional phrase starts with the preposition like on, into. These are all preposition, and this together phrase. So it is called prepositional phrase. As an adjective, it modifies a noun and will answer the question, which one? Look at the lady in the blue dress, modifying the noun lady. Please take the pen next to the telephone, modifying the noun. Here look at the lady in the blue dress means the lady who is in blue dress. So that is modifying it. Please take the pen next to the telephone. So the pen which is next to the telephone. So it is the modifying. As an adverb, it modifies the verb. We can identify the prepositional phrase that acts like an adverb by asking the question how, when, why or where. Examples: the poor man sat beside the fence. Sat where? Beside the fence. So to find out the adverb, ask question where. Where did the poor man sit? Beside the fence. So it is a prepositional phrase. I go for dance class after school. So go where? After school. They finished the match by scoring the winning goal. Finished how? So the question how, answered by scoring the winning goal. So when it answers the question how, then it is an adverb. It is prepositional phrase. Now let us see exercise 5. Underline the prepositional phrase and say whether it functions as an adjective or an adverb. 1. Jia went to the market at 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock. Adverb, it answers question where. The invitation cards for the wedding have arrived. Adjective. Which one arrived? The wedding, the invitation. The books in the box have been forgotten. So adjective, in the box for the wedding, 5 o'clock. Like this, do the remaining exercise. With this, our lesson gets over. The remaining lessons we will see in the next sessions. Thank you.